Hello everyone and welcome to Schicky StarCraft's second video. This will actually be for one of my friends. He was just lately inquiring about Zergling rushes and what you can do to defeat them. So this match is going to be a 1 vs 1 in the Gold League on Blistering Sands, as myself, Schicky, spawning as the red Protoss in the bottom left corner, and my opponent Xeno spawning as the blue Zerg in the top right corner. Both of us will be, well, opening with somewhat standard builds. His will obviously be the standard 7 spawning pool. He builds one drone, builds a spawning pool, and then waits for enough minerals to build an overlord. And then he'll have enough minerals for that when his spawning pool finishes, he can pump out 6 more Zerglings. Some people choose to get that 7th drone. This guy does here. So he's going to have 7 drones working instead of 6, able to get his minerals a little bit faster, gets his overlord. Against lesser players, this will work. People that don't scout and aren't ready to defend it, it will instantly kill. Fortunately, my probe does see the spawning pool and the lack of saturation on his minerals, so that screams to me Zergling Rush. So I get my gateway a little late. I could have got it at 12 or 13 if my scout was a little bit better. Anyways, I'm going to save some chrono boost up for my zealot. I know I'm going to need it. Continuing to make a standard build here, I'm not going to transition into gas. I'm going to get my second early pylon, and then I'm going to get my second gateway as soon as I can. He was taking his Zerglings here to look for my scout to make sure it wasn't still in the base. No, I took it out. He probably was checking to make sure there wasn't a proxy of some sort. Anyways, my first gateway is just finishing here right away. I'm going to get my first Zealot and Chrono boosted out and put it towards the ramp. At first I was thinking maybe I could take 2 probes and put them by the choke point in order to block it up so the Zerglings can't get in as fast. But I see the Zerglings coming and I realize it's a bad idea as my Zealot won't be out quite fast enough. So I put them both back on minerals. Bad placement for my Zealot here and bad micromanagement causes him to die early and not even take out... Well, I guess he took out 1. Or did he? 2, 4, 6, yeah, took out 1. Not nearly enough though. Takes out my pylon, supply locking me. So I'm going to need to get my second pylon up here real quick. I have 1 Zealot coming out. And to fend this off, I noticed he got in between my gateways and pylon. So I went and cornered him, give him a good surround and flank, and got my probes in on the kills. At this point, he's got 4 more Zerglings coming. He should have had them a lot sooner. He clearly was not macroing while doing this. He was not spewing larvae as fast as he could. He's got 33 energy here to spare right now. Hopefully he gets that next one going right away. Although he's got lots of larvae and he's not spending it. He's got 4 more Zerglings coming out, so he's got 8 total. Unfortunately, I've now got my ramp blocked for him. It's not going to be good enough. He gets up to my ramp, gets a few attacks in, and then retreats because he knows he's not going to get in and do any more damage. For Zergling rushes, you definitely want to push right into his minerals, do a hit and run. If someone takes their workers off their minerals, you want to back your Zerglings out and just kind of cause him to lose a lot of mining time. Transitioning here, I am transitioning into a Cyber Core, an extra pylon or 2, and my second gas as well, getting a few more Zealots out, just in case he does try to come at me with a larger Speedling push. A lot of people will get enough gas to get their Speedling upgrade, make a lot more Zerglings, and then push in. This guy chooses to do a Roach transition and transition into Roaches. That is fairly standard as well. Also, some people will go quick lair and try to get Hydras or Mutas out. Unfortunately, with him not having his second gas, there's no way he's going to have the economy for Mutas. That was like a cross between a Mutalisk and a Hydralisk. Sorry, guys. Anyways, 53, 54 energy. He should be pooping a Creep Tumor out to get some creep spread to give his troops an advantage. Here in my Cyber Core, I am upgrading Warp Gates, boosting it, and building a sentry and a stalker. Just kind of well rounding out my my army. I'm also getting a robo facility. The robo facility either gives you your observers or your immortals. Mostly I choose observer and then immortals. Sometimes I'll go immortals. At this point I know his economy is just terrible. If you look at the income tab, I've got 22 harvesters to his 16. A couple hundred minerals up on him per minute, and almost double the gas. So yes, I definitely have a large economic boost on him. As you can see here, he is trying to get a spine crawler. Mostly people will put down spine crawlers if they're going to tech to lair. So we'll probably see him do that. I don't remember exactly what he did. Looking at the production tab, my robo facility should be done. It is. And my immortal stalker sentry is coming out, transitioning into warp gates as soon as it's finished. Probably should get another pylon coming up here, but looks like I haven't. Fairly good saturation on my minerals. Could have a few more, could have a few less. No worries. Actually, my saturation's almost perfect. I have 1 or 2 for each patch, and then 2 extra. Can't go wrong with that. Warp gates and a forge. I'm going to push out with my immortals as soon as I can. As soon as I have 2 or 3, I'll like to push out. At this point, he's either gone straight to lair tech and going to hydras, which he won't have a very big army, or he's going roaches and zerglings, which my immortals and zealots will counter. I've got quite a few sentries for force fields if I need them. Getting out my second immortal. Maybe I'll push right after that. I don't remember. Getting a couple more pylons up. As I said, I could have got a pylon earlier, but now I am supply locked. Fail, Schicky, fail. Getting my weapons upgrade just in case I need it. I always like to get that and then push after it or push before it. Depends on how the match is going. Getting a forward pylon here just in case I need to warp in anything. Sorry, that's not really much of a forward pylon. A forward pylon should be way up here and able to warp in forces into battle. Something I want to start doing now until I can get really good macro is transitioning my warp gates back into gateways and setting a rally point up near the enemy's base, just so I can have a, I guess, a force to back up my army whenever I can. He's getting another spine crawler here because he did have a zergling here that's seen my impending push. He does engage me. I put up a guardian shield. Really helps against these roaches and hydras. Put up a force field here. I thought he'd have more zerglings in the back, but he didn't. So the force field actually worked against my favor, funneling my zealots into going crazy. I do kill his queen, kill his defenses. He's trying to get another one up here. At this point, he's pretty much dead. His hatchery's going to go down. His drones are all gone. Unless he had some kind of hidden expansion at the high yield, which very rare at this point in the game. It was pretty much GG. I seen he was spawning something, so I decided to get my zealots, get a surround on them. They were hydras. Hydras pop out, and that's it. Xeno leaves the game without a GG. And once again, guys, that is how to defend against a zergling rush and how to counter push. I definitely could have done more scouting with my drones, zealots, or even an observer. I do recommend scouting more. Anyways, that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and see you next video.